in the wake of the death of George Floyd and demands for reforms in law enforcement. The Minneapolis Police Department announced it is withdrawing from police union contract negotiations. The chief says this will allow for more transparency and flexibility for true reform.
There is nothing more debilitating to a chief from an employment matter perspective that when you have grounds to terminate an officer for misconduct and you're dealing with a third-party mechanism that allows for that employee to not only be back on your department, but to be patrolling in your communities.
Police defunding has also become a hot topic across the country. As KELOLAND's Don Jorgensen tells us, the Sioux Falls Police Department is in the process of talking about policy reform, but doesn't think defunding the department and reallocating that money to other programs is the answer to social equality.
The Sioux Falls Police Department has a $42 million budget. Defunding it, according to Chief of Police Matt Burns, would mean drastic cuts in personnel and an added threat to public safety.
Well, Don, when I hear that term, it does strike me as something that's kind of a foreign concept when you talk about the relationship that our department has with the citizens of Sioux Falls and this community.
Those relationships, he says, were fostered through programs involving ambassadors, community, and school resource officers.
To go immediately and say we need to defund our police department when a lot of our programs and the work we've done has proven successful is really an overreaction.
The mayor says it's a conversation that might be gaining momentum in other cities, but not Sioux Falls.
We have to look at what's right for Sioux Falls, and in Sioux Falls, that's not a solution that I'm willing to consider.
Chief Burns says that his department will be meeting later this week to look at its policies when it comes to arrest protocols and use of force policies.
I just want to say that the men and women of the Sioux Falls Police Department, they live and they work in this community as well. And so when they see a national problem and it's kind of being placed upon all in law enforcement, it hurts. It hurts to know that a segment of the citizenry can look and believe that the work that we've done here might be taking a step back, that there's topics like defunding when we've done so much to try to increase our engagement, to increase our outreach with the citizens, because that's very meaningful to them. And they take that seriously. It's a matter of their oath and a matter of their duty. And so we have to be really careful about how we approach these things and how we talk about it, because it has an impact.
In Sioux Falls, Don Jorgensen, KELOLAND News.